shit is trash, bang this, cause I guarantee that you bought it. Heavy airplay all day with no chorus. I keep it thorough, nigga.
Alright, what's going on YouTube? I've been trying to do a video on the whole Heny Lewis Gates thing for the last 40 minutes. Every video that I do goes over 10 minutes, so I'm going to take my time and go slowly on this one because it needs to be under 10 minutes. I'm already late for where I need to be. Alright, so now before I get started, I'm basing my analysis off of the story that I heard out of Heny Lewis Gates' mouth on a little CNN interview he did with Tom Joyner and Soledad O'Brien. I saw it on Fearless 2005 channel. I'm sure it's everywhere, so you guys can look at it if you want to. Now, on the police end, they fucked up, okay? Because that situation did not fit the profile of a typical breaking in and entering. Okay, here's why. According to Gates, he showed the cops he actually had a key. Okay, he showed them that he was actually on the phone with the organization that was supposed to handle the situation. Okay, secondly, the police could have easily patted him down, figured out he didn't have a weapon, a gun, or anything like that. Look at who he is from a physical standpoint and understand that he can't really kick down a door. Look at how he's dressed. Then make an analysis. I think there was enough evidence for them to inquire a little bit more, because it's so not the typical. I can understand if we were in a different environment, the dude was younger, was hooded, had a crowbar or a gun, right? At that point, you can go off of past cases and understand what's going on and make the arrest. But there was enough evidence for them to say, let me double check. Honestly, all it would have taken was probably no more than 10 minutes to confirm what was going on. In my book, 10 minutes. Growing up, we lived, when my parents divorced, we rented, some townhouse where it was kind of the same situation where if you had an issue, you would call a certain number and the company would come over, the leasing office or somebody would come over and fix what was going on, right? So they easily could have handled that situation. Easily resolved. And I'm saying this because there was enough evidence there to go against the whole typical profile of a break-in and entry. Just look at Gates. Right? I know he's a black man and, you're always going to have, there's always going to be a threat level anytime you're black, but just look at the guy. As a cop, just look at him. Would you be so quick to make that arrest? Look at how he was dressed. I doubt he has enough strength to even kick in the door. Okay? So that's how the police fucked up. And I'm fully aware that they have a job to do. Don't get me wrong. Right? All I'm trying to say is they had enough evidence to kind of go a little bit further to really confirm what was going on, and they didn't do it. Because honestly, that's really all they had to say. Alright, and in terms of how Gates, I don't want to say messed up, but disappointed me, is when he talked about what happened after he said he showed them that, he was on the phone with the people, he had a key and all that other stuff. He then said he was a Harvard professor. And that made my blood boil. Well, what you think that, because you are part of a white institution that gives you a pass? That's what really upset me. Okay? If I was Gates, after the cops failed to go over actual evidence that I live here, I would have shut the fuck up. Why do you have to give your title or whatever you do to justify you being there when there's already evidence enough by itself without even opening a mouth to support the whole idea that you actually do live there? Right? That's some pussy shit. If you're a younger black man, negate that shit. That's not what you do. If you worked hard to be at a certain place and there's actual evidence to prove that you live there, shut the fuck up. Let them arrest you. Right? One thing about, my father that I love to death is I know exactly what he would have done. They would have had to have dragged my pops to the car. Literally dragged his ass. And they better pray that he doesn't decide to swing. That's how my father was. Because that's bullshit. You don't do that. Right? You don't do that. What's begging and pleading going to do? It's clear that they didn't respect you. It's clear. I don't understand why we as blacks feel like we have to use our titles or our level of education to buy us a pass. Kanye West said it the best, and they get in a Benz still and they get in a coupe. I'm glad this actually happened, so now the world can understand that, yo, you don't have to be quote unquote hood. You don't have to be in some Tim boots and a Yankee fitted, right? You can be educated, top of the Harvard, and a lecturer, and I publish books. Look at the guy. You can look like that and still get treated poorly. So what should that tell Black America? What should it tell us? Nothing. Couple of weeks we're going to forget it. Same thing's going to happen again. It's just going to be a lesser profile person, and we're all going to bitch and complain, right? And then be crying about how white America doesn't accept us. So anyways, hopefully you guys see it. I'd love to go further, but I know I'm going to go over 10 minutes. So y'all take it easy. God bless.